Okay, so I'm recording this at like 4 o'clock in the morning on the 13th of November because I've been busy for like 13 days and I'm only just getting around to editing October's, and I also realised that October never had like the starting segment for whatever reason. I just never recorded it, and I've also not recorded like half of November, so as we can see, I'm still on schedule, but like I'm behind on so many things. Like I'm behind on the stuff that matters, and I'm sleeping through the stuff that's not. It's fantastic. So the odds are, this is again partially filmed, edited, uploaded, and published in one day, which is a fantastic turnaround for me. But like today is a busy day. Like for me, you'll find out about this in November. But like for that reason, I'm just not sleeping because I've got lots to get on with, and I've had to charge every camera battery. So look forward to that one in November. But yeah, basically October, much of the same as September, apart from the fact that I just forgot to record half the days because I was busy, and there was like less events on because stuff. So yeah, enjoy. Now is the first day of October, Halloween month, scary. Again, more lectures on stuff I already know, that we know, but now I've got to create a group presentation and present it. That's worth, I think, like 30% of the grade for Comp 0001, and I've got to create, using the same list of topics. Currently we've covered ciphers, so like the Caesar cipher, randomization, that sort of thing, and optimization. So like using an AI to figure out who's redundant in the company, and then ignoring said information. But there's also the other topics we'll cover. Each week lecture will be a new topic. We have to write a blog post of, I can't remember the word count, I think there's 1,000 minimum. It was either 1,000 cap or 1,000 minimum, and that is worth, I think, 70% of our grade. But both of those aren't due till December, which the presentation, I'm going to be honest, that doesn't take 2 months. Like, considering there is, I think, 3 of us working on this presentation, maybe 4, that is going to take 2-3 weeks minimum. So I guess the rest of the time is just going to be revisions, making sure it looks good, and then test presenting it, just to make sure it flows and look like we're incredibly knowledgeable on our chosen subjects. So we're doing ciphers, so I'm covering the page on historical ciphers, so like the Caesar cipher, the Hebrew cipher you sometimes find in the back of, I'm not even going to begin to try and pronounce, but certain scrolls, and the Enigma that the Germans used during World War II, and then our version of the code, like what we use to relate to our soldiers and other important personnel during the Second World War. And I'll probably put a few more in there, but those are sort of the main 4. And then Luke, who's one of the people in the group, is doing hashing, and then Matthew, who's doing like randomization, I think. So we've got sort of subject areas. We got like, I think, 10 minutes to present it, so we'll do like 10 slides, go through it a minute a slide, and then pray we remember our lines, I guess. Then as for the blog post, I've literally just got to write a report and then make it sound less formal. So like, I don't know, instead of going, I can conclude that, I'll go, well, we can see, or I can see, but not go, yo, this is pretty cool. So there's a fine line between formal enough to be informal and informal enough to be too informal. If that doesn't make sense, Google it. But other than that, did nothing. Or like post lectures. Found out that we're supposed to get free delivery on Deliveroo because student accounts. I tested it, it's a lie. The order has to be like above £25, and you've got to subscribe to Delivery Plus anyway, which, no thanks. But I've got, I think it's like Deliveroo Silver or something, because I've got Prime Student, which is also meant to give you free delivery, but it doesn't. I just had to change the battery because camera battery I'd used for a month straight died, surprisingly, who would have thought. But yeah, it's not free delivery. I don't know what the threshold is, nor do I care too much. I'm going to be completely honest. Badminton starts on Thursday. I am in some lower form of team, I think. I've lost the plot at this point. There is an optional kit. It's not mandatory, so whether or not I actually buy one, I don't know. I guess I'll see how it goes first. So my racket can stop craving opponents again on Thursday, I guess. Then tomorrow I'm going to go to the cinema again because Shaun of the Dead's on its 20th anniversary. And I assume Friday's badminton as well. But I've already got plans to watch Joker. So I'll just go to badminton afterwards, to be honest. Then Saturday's Formula Student meeting, so that'll be quite interesting. It'll outline, what I assume it'll outline at least, is, and I'll correct myself on Saturday if I'm wrong, is like the basics of what the team does, what they need, who wants to do what, and then it'll set up when the trials are. And then on Sunday, I believe I have archery and Nerf Society. Fingers crossed. Love to test my new shotgun. I'm not sure if I showed that on video. No, I don't think I did. Well, I'll check the footage. If I didn't show it off in a previous segment, I'll show the shotgun tomorrow. Because it's quite a nice Nerf gun, to be honest. But other than that, it's getting colder. Air is more crisp, and it's beginning to rain and wind a lot, so it's a lot more reminiscent of Somerset, which is quite nice because people are miserable when it's windy and rainy. Everyone's less cheerful, so random people don't smile at you in the street for no reason whatsoever. The winter weather is approaching. It's now the 3rd, well, 2nd. I'm recording it on the 3rd, but turns out I had the wrong badminton membership again, because they didn't actually clearly explain which membership I had to buy following the trials. So I bought the one below the one I originally had. Sorry, let me just cycle the fans. That's better. Yeah, so I bought the one that was below the one I had originally, and I emailed them well, it says I can attend Thursday for free, do I have to still book a slot? Only to find out I've got the wrong one again because no one clearly explained it to me. So at the moment I have no badminton membership, and it cost me £1.50 to get into the Wednesday and Thursday sessions. Fans won't shut up, apparently. Which means I'm going to have to spend about £3 a week just to play the sport I like to play. And I lose, and I will look this up. But I'm pretty sure that means I lose all the interesting stuff. I'm pretty sure that means no tournaments, no actual interesting shit, it's just leisurely play the sport, which yeah, so I'll extend the membership. Oh great, so I can play Wednesday and Thursdays, £1.50 each. Facilities and equipment provided, well yeah, I would hope so. Cheaper session fees free racket hire. I've got my own rackets, that's not something I've got to worry about. Student coaching available on Thursdays. Again, it's an hour. You're not going to get much coaching in there. Can play up into team matches if needed, but £5 fee. It's a bit fucking naff. Can purchase kit. So like, because they explained it not fully, I've now purchased 2 separate memberships and I've had to get 2 separate refunds. So I'm probably not going to have purchased that membership before tomorrow. Because, you know, I can't just willy-nilly spend money on memberships that I got my refund. So I'll go to the session if there's tickets left, which is the even dumber bit. You're not guaranteed in. But if I go on now, bear in mind this is the day of events, Thursday 3rd of October. Oh, they've got tickets. Well, I'll do that then. So yeah, that's a bit of an annoyance, to be honest. The video went out today though for September's vlogs, so that's that. And I had a meeting with archery. Basically outlined what we're going to do. Then they went to karaoke. I just sat in the corner. Then they went to the caffeine club, which the first time I've been in there, because I was meant to go in there last month for a different reason, but didn't. Found out espressos taste awful. You know, tried it once. It's darker than the night sky. I know what an espresso is now, and I know it's not my kind of coffee. And I think I've definitely got archery on Sunday now. No news currently on Nerve Society, so I might just email them today, or today as of recording. Like, look, is there anything on Sunday? You know. Yeah. Which means I think I've now got archery on a Friday as well. And there are tournaments included with that, so not too bad. And I also realised I didn't show the shotgun on any of the last entries. I found out looking through all of the footage for September, because it arrived in September. So here's the CQS Bulldog. You pump this part back, and then it rotates the barrel, but you got to do it fast enough that it I've just demonstrated how not to do it there. There we go. Did it properly that time, and then pretty fast fire. Nice gun. Again, that pump action issue, that will be an issue, but I'll get used to it eventually. And then it's got 2 flip up sights that really don't actually affect it at all, and it's a 12 dart chamber. So that's quite nice. And then this, I got 2 of them now because they came with something else. It's the Mark 41 Spanker. Obviously, if it was to scale, you know, it'd be big rocket launcher, but it's in the style of their micro shots, which is basically like Gen 2 of their jolts. So you pull the orange bit at the bottom, and then you fire whatever you want to fire at, and then you take the second bullet, load it in, same deal. So I have my weapons, and I need to train with them so I know, you know, how they work fully before Sunday, because obviously I don't want to go to Nerve Society if it is on Sunday and not know how to use my weapons properly. Obviously the MA40 I do, and the Mark 41 kinda, but the CQS I need to get used to. But other than that, I went to see Shaun of the Dead for its 20th anniversary release in cinema. Even better on the cinema screen. There's a special message from Edgar Wright at the start, so that's quite nice. Looking forward to Hot Fuzz on its 20th anniversary in 3 years' time. I'll be 22 when that happens. 23 depending on when it comes out during the year. But other than that, literally nothing. Tomorrow it's just 9 till 11 for maths. That's literally it. Other than badminton in the evening. And then Friday's 11 till 4. And then nothing in the evening. Saturday, Formula student meeting, and then Sunday is in theory Nerf Society, and definitely archery. We know it's definitely on Sunday now because they told us in the meeting it was on. Also found out they have a disliking for compound bows. I think they just look cool. So yeah, that's that. See you in tomorrow's segment. It's now the end of the 3rd of October, forgot the month then. Badminton today. That was alright, to be fair. I'm slightly more warmed up now. Obviously I'm not going to be fully warmed up for another week. My knee still getting there after I absolutely smashed my racket into it. I'm getting used to the net heights here now, so in theory, give it another week, then it's fine. Obviously no lectures today because it's a Wednesday, my day off. Had some personal life stuff go on. Guess it's time for another Canon event. But other than that, did nothing. Well, other than, odd jobs throughout the day. And sort of messaging people. There's also a note epidemic now. People are getting notes under their doors in this building from mainly A block, so nowhere near me. Well, yeah, they're getting notes under their doors and shit, so it's really weird. Not sure what's going on with that. Maybe it's a trend as a funny prank or something. Not really sure, not sure I care. Doesn't affect me, so I'm not too bothered at the time being. More maths tomorrow. No, wait, hang on. Today was Thursday. I have maths. I've completely forgotten the whole of the morning. Yesterday was Wednesday, today was Thursday. So there's more maths in the morning. Still on the power stuff now. It's 2 to the power of Gandhi's flip-flops. So yeah, I completely forgot it was Thursday. Either way, didn't do much anyway. So more maths tomorrow, and then more lectures of stuff that I already know. Oh yeah, and Joker. So tomorrow's slightly more interesting. On to tomorrow. It's still the 3rd though, so that part I got right. Now the 4th, recording on the 5th, And if you ever wanted to drink a drink that tastes like sugary battery acid, drink a Red Bull. Like, wow, it's so sugary and battery acidy. Like, honestly, the Monster somehow tasted better. And I'm not saying that because the esports teams are sponsored by Monster. That's just a lucky coincidence. So, Friday today. More maths, more comp 0001. Got called intelligent by 2 of my lecturers. Get in. Just sponsored about electric cars for like 5 minutes. Wrote an idea down for a new battery design. That's a weird flex I never thought I'd say. Only because I proposed it like yeah, I proposed like after the lecture, and I was like, I don't know, and then they're like, you should write that down, so I wrote it down. It's like that Patrick meme. Anyway, also went to see the new Joker film. Very nice, very cool. Had a discussion with the Esports Society because I wasn't notified about Overwatch trials, which is kind of on them because they knew that I couldn't like get access to anything in the server anyway because I made them aware it's just like Freshers Fair. So that was fun. I need to find out they were going to put me in a team with like golds and silvers, which, you know, it's like not fun. They'd be like getting an Olympic athlete to like teach secondary school PE or something, you know, like stark contrast. Not saying I'm an Olympic athlete, but like I'm normally about platinum. Anyway, teams were released at midnight on the 5th. I made a team, despite not playing any trials, and they're decent. One of them used to be Master. I think one of them's Platinum. I think another one's Grandmaster. Very good, yes. So I have an Overwatch team now, again, which means I've got to get a new name tag badge. I've got to get 2 actually, because that one still says Hidden Squid. I never updated it to Dr. Fudgy. Yeah, so that's that. Forming the student meeting tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. It could kickstart my career. It's also going to give me I'm hoping I get in as a driver, because there's something I could say to annoy someone. We're going to pray we're a driver, honestly. Like, proportion-wise, we're, like, not fit for a driver. But, like, yeah, that could be worked on. I want to be a driver. I want to just, you know, boom, speed round in a Formula student car and then work my way up the ranks and bully whoever's current world champion at the time. Without Verstappen has still been it at that point. Other than that, nothing. Same 2 things that I said tomorrow and the day after are still happening. So tomorrow we'll actually have an update. So I'll be like, guys, Formula student meeting. I'm there for like 2 hours. And I'm there for like 2 hours on a Wednesday. And I got like badminton afterwards, and then I've got like esports on a Thursday and maybe badminton afterwards. So I need a busy life now. I am the busy. Very good, yes. Right. See you in tomorrow's segment. Hopefully with an update. Saturday. A Formula student. That's actually quite an interesting meeting. We're building the car from the ground up. All we've got is an engine, and it's from like a 2009 Honda motorbike or something. Um, and I think our main competitors are the Italians because they're funded by Ferrari or something. Looks interesting. I'll end up at Silverstone. That's actually quite cool, to be fair. It's kind of the only thing I did, to be honest. Archery tomorrow, Nerf as well. God help me, my arms will hurt. On to tomorrow. Archery was this morning. Is that a long walk? It's like Lipton Community College or something. And we went out there, like, sports hall, and use it as an archery range. Kind of interesting. I think hockey happens in the same place as well. Not that I do hockey, but people who do go there. There's a lot of food places, like a couple barbers and an Aldi on the way there, so not bad. So I could do shopping on the way back if I wanted to. But it rained, like, I'm not talking rain, I'm talking rain. I got back to my accommodation and I'm like, bugger, I'm drenched. So I had to, like, get changed and then get down to Nerf. So I'm there with my umbrella, the CQS Bulldog in a bag on my back and the MA40 in my hands. Oh, it was a fucking nightmare. They let me, like, leave the guns there over the lunch break, which I was thankful for, because I didn't have to drag them back to my accommodation. I'm gonna have to get a duffel bag or something, because that is just an ineffective way of carrying them. But I walked through the doors an hour after it started, about an hour and a half, and they all turned, they looked at me and they went, "Ah, the prodigal son returns," and I'm like, "Yes." Only to win right afterwards, so massive W, I guess. On to Monday, which I think we're going to watch the new Transformers film tomorrow, unless we don't have an esports match, because we're in a team now. We've actually made it a decent team. I'm not sure if I mentioned that yesterday. Oh yeah, and upon further reflection, the new Joker film, honestly, it was terrible. Like, now that it's had sort of a day and a half to sink in, it was bad, man. I think what made me enjoy it was the fact it was 4DX. I was enjoying the 4DX as opposed to actually enjoying Joker fois les deux. Anyway, on to Monday. I had lectures today, as per usual. Same thing as usual. Then I went to see Transformers 1. Good film. I then played some, like, Overwatch matches to train for the esports tournament. I had incompetent teammates, as per usual, so it wasn't fun. It was more like a chore. Boring as hell day tomorrow. Absolutely nothing on. There's nothing on till Wednesday now, when I have the next, like, formula meeting. I think I did have bowling with the esports lot, but now I've got golf with the archery lot. So, and I've chosen that over it because I'm better at golf than I am at bowling. And besides, golf is nicer on my hand than is bowling, so choice was made. And then it's back to the usual shit on Thursday. Maths, absolutely nothing. badminton if I can get a ticket. I hate the ticket system. And then sleep. On to Tuesday. I kind of like made notes from Saturday to today and then just never recorded them. So that's why the shirt hasn't changed. And my headset was in the same position for 2 days because I forgot to take it off when I started recording, but B, because I recorded these all one after another. Because I forgot to do them for the last like 5 days. 4 days. Nothing happened as expected. Just lectures. Didn't really do anything in the evening other than walk outside for a while with a friend, because why not? Found out there's a premiere like 5 minutes behind the uni, which is nice, I guess. I finally cleaned all the mud off my shoes from Monday. So it's quite nice. I can wear them again and not trace mud everywhere. It's been raining a lot. I had to walk on the grass. It stuck to my shoe and so on and so forth. Basic stuff, really. Wednesday's the same still, but now on Thursday I got a meeting with a tutor, like the personal tutor, and a mentor. So it's not too bad. Although I'm pretty sure the timing's a bit odd. I'm pretty sure I got maths till 11. Then I'm meeting my personal tutor at 11:15. So that gives me 15 minutes to get from Davy up the stairs, which means I'll probably leave my laptop logged on and ready. Or I might just ask to leave early during the tutorial session, because the lift was out of service today. Because it's going to take a while. Because obviously where I buggered my knee in badminton, it takes a while. Like, I'm fine walking and everything, but going up the stairs takes me a while now. I might actually see the doctors about it, to be honest. I will injure myself. I'm sure that somewhere in the universal rules, give him a tool and thus will injure himself. Yeah, that sounds about right. On to Wednesday. So, today, former student meeting. Very good, yes. I know what I've got to do. Looks like I'm going to end up as a web dev, which is ironic considering what I've done for the last year at college before coming here. Then I had bowling with the esports lot, and then I had golf with the archery lot. So busy day for me yesterday. I find out tomorrow if my team won at golf. But between you and me, I'm pretty sure we did. So yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah, it's basically what happened. On to tomorrow. It's not the end of the day yet, so I won't do a recap yet. But there was a thing in the Roland Levinsky building. I've got now the student union bag in red and blue, red versus blue. And then they had, you know, those like things you see old people doing on cruise ships where you gotta like get the metallic thing along the board, shuttleboard. They had shuttleboard. 2 like mini cans of cherry Pepsi. Not a fan of cherry Pepsi, but I like Pepsi. And I want a pair of amazing Pepsi socks. So my university wish list is complete. I got Pepsi socks. What have you got? Right. Now I wait till the end of the day and see if anything else has happened yet. Warm Pepsi that's like half the size of my hand. The last time I wrote anything down was the 6th of October. It's now the 14th. I'm going to assume that's the same like last time I recorded anything, because I vaguely remember complaining after Nerve Society saying my arms were dead. But I could be entirely wrong on that. Today on the 14th I added a new bobblehead to my shelf of shit. It's the Charisma bobblehead from Fallout games. The one that just kind of goes like that. Except they jumped up in price because it was in the TV series. So I had to wait on getting one, because you think I was going to pay 80 quid for a bobblehead? No! I mean, I'm still not like proud of the price I paid for it, but it's a little bit above what it normally goes for, so I can live with it. Anyway, the last like 8 days, if it was the 6th, if not the last however many days from the last like bit I'd recorded, I've not recorded anything since because A, I've been busy. I mean, we knew this was going to happen. And then B, I like injured my legs, so like it was painful for 2 days. Considering it hurt to like do anything, I didn't want to sit here in front of the camera and just like be in pain for the whole time. That was like 2 or 3 days ago. But it's not as bad now, so I can go back to talking in front of the camera, which is good. So I've got a lot coming up. Oddly enough, esports start this week on Thursday. It's now Monday. I'm recording this on Tuesday. So yeah, but it's the same old stuff with lectures. Oh, my toaster now works. It hadn't worked for like 4 weeks, and the repair guy came in and he just basically hit it, and now it works. So I mean, I got a working toaster. And on top of that, no glove, because the medication I'm taking for something else has like cleared my hand. This is good. I was able to drink out of a cup with my own right hand. I've not been able to do that in like 3 years without it being painful. 6 months in a glove. Also, we got an archery glove now, because we did quite well at archery. So that goes over the index, middle, and whatever that finger's called. Because obviously these go below the arrow, that goes above the arrow, and then you pull it back. So it's sort of bows. Pretend the bow's here. Strings about. If I move back and go side on. So yeah, pretend the bow's here, strings like here, and then you draw it back. And then off it. That's probably the worst like representation, but because I'm sat at an angle I can't like fully do it, and odds are it looked like I was like doing some crappy another JoJo pose anyway. But yeah, that's kind of that. And I got my chair further back now, like how far it goes back, so it's at the point where it creaks every time it moves now. Great. But see, if I pull it all the way forwards, it doesn't creak. It's great. Anyway, on to the next day. So today in my lecture, I'm looking at digital forensics and digital footprints. For a PowerPoint that I'm writing, I actually come to discover that I was involved in like several data breaches over the last year, and all my passwords were compromised. and I learned that in the middle of a lecture. I got to leave that lecture early to sort my stuff out. I spent 3 hours updating passwords. I'm still not done. I gave it a rest of that because I couldn't do it anymore today. But we're getting there. Also, it's like, was it now Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. I've lost track of the days. For some reason I can smell curry on my floor, which would be normal, except the fact I'm recording this at 2 AM, so it's not normal. That's very odd. Anyway, other than that, not a lot happened. Nothing normally does happen on a Tuesday, to be fair. It's a slow day. Alright, well, I'll see you tomorrow because there's another former student meeting and I have an archery social. So I'll actually have some things to tell. And then it's back to the usual. So see you tomorrow. This will cover the Wednesday and the Thursday because I realised that I never recorded anything for the Wednesday, which, my bad, I guess, whatever. All there was forming student meetings, which you're not missing much there, and archery social, which was just watching people make fools of themselves at karaoke. However, today was esports. We won one round, lost the second, so we got 1 point. Because we beat Cambridge. Their team kind of messed up. They brought the wrong team, and they're in trouble for that. So we got a infinite win. And then the other team kind of wiped us a little bit. But to be fair, Reinhardt was an arsehole. So, but I streamed the whole thing, so that'll make its way on a link to my website eventually. It'll also get archived in 2 places because I get all my esports stuff in one place. So that's that. But other than that, bugger all. Only maths tomorrow now. The comp 001's finished on a Friday, which is quite nice. So it's less to do. Nothing on Saturday. Nerf archery on a Sunday. And Formula 1 watch party. So Sunday's busy. Yeah. Just did more cataloguing today, it was kind of it. On to Friday. There's not been a segment for God knows how many days because I've just had a lot on. Again, I've just been really busy and I've had a lot of personal shit go on. But in summary, we're still good at archery. Nerf Society, that one in the same. I also found a gun I really like, so I want to try and acquire one of those. I'm also looking at wearable equipment for next time, so I can wear my gun on me. Not like the MA40 on my back in game. That'd be fucking cool though. But sidearm holders on my legs, so I can have my pistols in there instead of carrying them in my jumper. So maybe get a tactical belt and putting magazine holders on it so I can put the Nerf magazines in it. I don't know, I'm still looking into it, so God knows how that works. I've also got 2 more DSs to fix, and I've started doing like DS fixing diary, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. And then esports, we lost to Leeds. Yeah, not great. It was a very, very, very close 2 matches though. Very close. So, I say they were lucky. But we beat Cambridge the Monday before. I can't remember if I actually recorded a segment on that Monday. If not, we beat Cambridge and lost to Canterbury, I think. But that was NSE. That was Thursday. Monday was Newell. This Thursday is NSE week 2, I think. I'm not sure. I'm kind of confused. It's something, and I know it's NSE, so that's completely fine. Tomorrow, forming student meeting, which I made a cost sheet for, or at least a starting of a cost sheet. I also made the logo for Exploding Hammond, so that's cool. That's going on my portfolio account. Then after the meeting, we've got esports social Beyond, or whatever it's called. They're basically the hireable like gaming setup room that's inside the game shop. There's one in Bristol. I think I mentioned it actually in the footage I recorded when I went to a convention there for my YouTube channel that's not professional like this one, that I never actually released at the time of recording this. But it's alright, they got like computer setups, so like full on proper gaming setups, and they're fine, they're decent. Leather gaming chairs. I'm not going to wheel this chair down there though. You imagine me wheeling that chair down through my accommodation, through the high street, like a fucking Mr. Bean sketch. And then I've got archery social in the evening, doing origami. Last time I did origami, it was my IT teacher's Japanese wife that taught me it, so I now must do them proud by actually doing the origami right this time. But it's with regular paper, so that like dishonours that, I guess. It's not true origami, but to be fair, I don't think origami paper is in our budget, or lack thereof. Yeah, that's kind of it. Thursday is just the usual lessons and esports. Friday I think is a Halloween party on, and yeah, that's kind of it. Archery Sunday. No Nerf this week because I had it last week, so it'll be next week. Looking forward to that. I had to do maintenance on my Nerf gun because the flywheel wasn't working properly. I think I fixed it. So yeah, don't know when the last segment was recorded, and at this point I don't know when the next segment's going to be recorded. Hopefully tomorrow. It's now the 22nd, so hopefully something on the 23rd. Adios. Till next time. Again, it's been a few days since I've actually recorded anything, and as you can probably tell by my hair, it's incredibly windy today. But I've had a lot on the past few days. I've been designing a logo for Exploding Hammond, the esports team on. That's done. I'm pretty sure that's been accepted. I've been designing business cards for a Formula team, and at the moment my design is the leading choice, which means at the present time I've pretty much designed a business card that's going to Silverstone, so that's bragging rights for all eternity. I've been trying to get sponsors for said Formula team, and I'm now in talks with Red Bull and Monster, which is pretty nice. But obviously I'm not allowed to say anything further on that until like anything's done. In fact, I probably shouldn't have said anything about talking to them, but by the time this comes out I would have gotten a yes or a no from them, so that's why I deem that fine. If not, I won't do that again then. Yeah, I'm trying to think other than that. Archery's going well. One more session left being taught, then it's 2 sessions left to my own devices, which is alright. I've had my first student rep meeting, I've had my student rep training, the latter of which I didn't actually need because I'm a student rep for the 4th year in a row now, so go me. The university, if I get any big wins as a course rep, they're going to promote it and go, look at this incredible man. So the uni's going to promote me and go, look at this incredible man, because I keep doing crazy shit. I've got some VODs out from the eSport matches. Thursday's match, my audio didn't record because I had a little tech error, so that's a shame, but it recorded everybody else's audio and the gameplay, so it's not like that stream's entirely lost. I need to update my website as well with the new eSports matches and the Olympics, because I never updated that. I also need to update the certificates and projects pages. Yeah. Other than that, somehow next week is busier than this week. So I'm not sure how I've managed that. And it's just archery this Sunday, no nerf. So if I'm not too busy tomorrow, I record something else. If not, see you in a few days. It's the 26th. So I did record something the following day. Family came up today, so that was fun. Also, I've got more Nerf guns now, so more Nerf war crime, I guess. The clocks go back tonight in about 40 minutes from when I'm recording this. So, an extra hour of being awake, that's quite nice. Red Bull got back to me. They are willing to bring out drinks if we host an event, and Monster already do that for us, so there was no point in me reaching out to them anyway. They're also... Actually, yeah, I'm not allowed to say that bit. I won't say that next bit. So yeah, that worked. So I guess part 1 of my grand master plan has actually worked, which means if I can pull phase 1 off, you damn well be sure I'm pulling the rest of it off, because I'm crazy. So that'll be nice to pull that plan off. It'd be very nice to pull that plan off. Trying to think what else happened today. Nothing really. Archery tomorrow. So this thing's gonna come in use again. It's the last mentored session before I'm left to my own devices to just gauge what I'm doing wrong, which hasn't been that much, to be honest. Which is weird, considering I hadn't done it in 9 years. And I didn't even do it properly when I did it 9 years ago. Because I would have been in year 5. So I would have been 10 or 11. Yeah, I did it at a place called, I think it's called Kilve Court. It's we went there for a school trip. I'm gonna Google the place now. It's somewhere in England, from what I remember. Oh, no way, I've just found it. Kilve Court in Kilve. It's weird how much, I'm looking at the building, and it's weird how much of it I can, remember. But it's listed here as a heritage site. But we went there for, an activity, week, I guess you could call it. It was fun, I'm gonna be honest. They had a rock climbing thing. Trying to find an image of the area we stayed at. If not, I'll just chuck an area up. But yeah, we did there's a rock climbing course. We did obviously archery, so I mentioned it. There was some other bits there. It was a good time. There's a maze.
I remember a maze. They had an awful gift shop there. I bought like a bear. Yeah, if I chuck that up on the screen for you there. That's the. I think that's the main building. You can't really see that well. Hang on, let me zoom in for you guys. That's better. So yeah, I don't think we stayed in this part. I have a feeling we stayed in a building that was over that way. Taken 15 years ago. That photo was taken before I was even there then. Yeah, it's in Somerset. But yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. I don't know if there's we did like a grass sledding. So you were like in a sled and you'd go down a grass hill, but to turn right you had to turn left. It was a very Doc Hudson like car thing, I'll be honest. And I'm nicking this photo from some random school, and I'm only nicking it because it's not got any like actual school people in it, because I'm not getting done for copyright now. That was the archery range. It was proper like, I think they were recurve bows. You can't really see it well. It was a terribly awful archery range, and it was windy on the day that I did it. So I shot at this target and I ended up hitting there, as you do. But yeah, that was like the last time I'd done archery before Plymouth. And obviously I retained the knack I had for it over 9 years without doing it. Don't get me wrong, I'm impressed that I like retained my ability to do it without doing it for 9 years. That is muscle memory. Very, very impressive muscle memory. But yeah, I think I'll stop sort of blabbing on about year 5, otherwise I'm going to be here a long time talking about school trips, especially if we get on to France. So yeah, I'll record another bit tomorrow. I have a feeling it's just archery tomorrow, unless I'm forgetting something, so I might go see a film in the evening. I think the new Venom film's out now, so we'll go take a look at that probably, or Beetlejuice, because I've actually yet to see that, and I think it's probably coming out of circulation soon. They've also put Grease back in the cinema on like the 2nd of November, because it's musical month or something, I don't know. So it might be funny to watch Grease in the cinema for free because I don't have to pay for a ticket. So God knows what they'll do in December. I'd like them to put Jingle All the Way in the cinema because I'd like to watch it on a Christmas screen. But it'll probably be like Elf and Miracle on is it 32nd Street or 31st Street? Either way, the one with the girl who plays Matilda in Matilda. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Hey, look at me, 2 days in a row. Archery again today. I now shot 20 metres instead of the usual 10, so I'm now at the normal length of shooting that they do, which is fantastic. And I get to go on Fridays now, because I'm good. So that's even better. I'm now calling myself the Golden Archer, because I've consistently had golden arrows. So that's just a funny reference in itself. Made the Instagram again, twice actually, in the same post. It was pretty lovely. I made the story with my post, so that was pretty nice as well. What else happened? Watched the Mexican Grand Prix. with the Formula teams. That was nice. That's really it. Had like over the course of the last week where I've not been like recording segments because I've had a lot on. I've had like major words with my social circle and kind of like what's the good way to word this? Gotten rid of those who shouldn't be there. It's a good way of putting it. They were using me for something, they are now gone. Simple as. And I had another discussion with other people last night. So, it's I kind of homelanded my social circle, but it needed to be done. I got a bit tired of people's stupidities, so I fixed that mistake. It's been quite peaceful ever since. Nothing can go wrong if you don't let it. But yeah, back to lectures tomorrow, so see you tomorrow. There's also esports again tomorrow. I can't remember who it is. I think it's Newell. So back to that. So I had a commercial team meeting for Formula Student today, so that was interesting. My ideas are good, the ones I gave the other day, and they're going ahead, which is nice. They've also suggested like doing a video series documenting what you do for the team, which is kind of what I've already been doing in these segments. So I guess I just make 3 documentaries now. So obviously I'm making one, the one you're watching. The one I like do when I repair DS's, and now one for a Formula team. So yeah, I'm fine with doing that. I think the head of commercial, who I do Nerf Society with, is coming over tomorrow. We're opening some Formula trading cards. So that'll be an interesting video. My timetable's changed, which is fun. Amazon won't let me return a faulty piece of equipment, so I've got to ring them and be like, oh yo, don't like be dumb here, it's got a 12-month warranty. That's basically it. Other than the fact I ordered the Nerf gun that I was looking at, and I wanted to mod it, but I've had to double check with the society that I'm allowed to, because obviously their cap is like 110, 120 feet per second. The mod I was going to do to it make it 148 feet per second, so I'll do the half mod that puts it to 98 feet per second, which is already like just over double, because it's about 48, I think, base fire rate. But it's rival, so it's going to pack a punch anyway. Looks like the Robocop gun. So I'm hoping that's here before Sunday, to be honest. I so want to use it this Sunday, man. I hope it's here like Friday. It was dropped off today. So I'm praying it's Friday. It could arrive Saturday though. So like I could have it midway through. I'd have to come back here, clean it, test it, which would take like a solid hour, and then get back down. So if it arrives while I'm doing archery in the morning, then that's minted. If not, shit. There's just no other way of putting it. But yeah, that's just kind of it. So see you in tomorrow's segment. Sorry about the phone going on my laptop. It's recording this on the morning of the 31st for the 30th of October. Formally student meeting, that went well. Pulled Ayrton Senna and Schumacher from the same TurboTax card box with my boss in the department, so that was quite funny. We had a challenge of who could get better cars. I was like, the first card I get is literally Schumacher. And I'm like, the only thing that can beat that is if you get a numbered card. And then I pull black border in Ayrton Senna. So I was like, no, I've won. No winning against that, I'm afraid. What else did I do today? Other than having other bits arrive for Sunday, between now and Saturday. So literally 3 days of difference. I had no esports social today. Had no archery social today because they were doing a pub crawl. I opted out because I'm not. They're still going. Mind you, they started at I'll get up when they started actually. But it's now 1:20 in the morning. Which. Mental. They started at 7. They walked down 7:15. So the odds are they're at the first pub by about 7:30. So you calculate how many hours they've been drinking. I didn't want to be there for that. So I opted out of that. Got a call from the Overwatch rep. By the time this video's out, it would have already happened. I just won't have played my first match yet. But I'm being moved from Exploding Hammond, the team that I made the logo and name for, to C4 to C9, which is the lower team. I'm not thrilled about it. Because for 3 weeks now, I've played alongside my teammates in Exploding Hammond. I've gotten to know my teammates, and now they're uprooting me and putting me on a new team with people that I don't actually know. And one person that I have met at the social event, the last one, who didn't play all that well. So I am definitely being moved to a lower team, which I'm certainly not thrilled about. But there's nothing I can do about it. So that is the end of my 24 esports season. That's it. It's gone. That's it down the drain. They were going to move me tonight. And I was like, I've got a match tomorrow. You are not moving me the night before a match. Already moving me is ludicrous. But moving me, I don't know, 9 hours before I have a match? What? Doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, the whole thing doesn't make sense, but hey ho. So yeah, by the time this video comes out, I will be in a new esports team. Not have played with them yet, because I would have played with them 2 days maybe after this comes out. So you'll have to wait till the segment on the 4th of November to find out how that goes. And I'm pretty sure that Monday is the NSE playoffs, which means if we lose, we're out. Oh, and on top of that, the team I'm going into has lost every match they've played. At least when we lost, they were close losses. And when we went up against one of the teams again, we beat them. But these guys have beat no one. Exploding Hammond had 2 wins under our belt. C4 to C9 have none. And I'm going to go against the same team like the same like teams that I would go against with Exploding Hammond, but now I won't have teammates that I'm familiar with that have my back. It's outrageous. So expect a heavy rant on the 4th of November and like the 13th of November on the start of both playoff stages. So, enjoy that, I guess. But other than that, I sent out a mass of emails today to every Formula 1, Formula 2, Formula 3, Formula 4, Formula E, and a couple of alcohol companies asking if they're willing to sponsor. Now, you can probably look up how many teams there are. It's a lot. It's a lot. Although I think F3 and F2 have like a lot of the same teams. I think there's just like one that's different in F3. It's like Jezza Motorsport or something like that. So that's not too bad. But tomorrow I'm going to email their sponsors and be like, look, you like Formula, want to sponsor us? But at the moment the only confirmed sponsors are ones that I've reached out to. And our first definite no is also one I've reached out to. But now someone else has reached out to someone finally. So it's not just my name on the sponsor sheet, which is nice to see. And obviously it's still like, you've got like car companies here to here, blank because no one's reached out. I might reach out to some of them. Then you got a couple like random blotches, me, this other person, then me all the way down for these Formula teams. So at the moment, like a good 70% of the sheet is me. It's even been called like my baby by the head of our department, and I've been put in charge of sponsors, which is great. I just keep taking new responsibilities for doing stuff I'm already doing. It's fantastic, man. I get more responsibilities and I'm not getting more work. I love it. It's like a promotion, but nothing changes. It's quite nice. Like, it's gotten to a point where I've done like a couple crazy things now, where the department head just stares at me and he goes, I know you're going to do it anyway. And he knows I'm going to pull it off, which is hilarious. Because he was on about, someone else in the department rather was on about, ideally we'd need like $1,000 for budget. At least like $1,500. And I just jokingly said, why stop at one? And the sort of department head just looked at me and he went, Josh, shut up. I went, why is that? And he went, because I know you're going to end up doing something anyway. It's fantastic. He knows I'm going to do something dumb and it's probably going to work. There's like a reputation that precedes me wherever I go. Thou shall do dumb shit shall work. So yeah, that's kind of all that's happened. Yeah. Back to lectures tomorrow. So it's maths, it's just 9 till 10. And then obviously the evening is the farewell of Exploding Hammond, which not looking forward to. Means buying esports streams for this year start off Exploding Hammond for like Thursday, Monday, Thursday, five streams Exploding Hammond, then 3 streams C4 to C9. It's a shame. I mean, it means that my Mondays and Thursdays become free then. More badminton. And I guess the occasional sub-in if my original team needs me. The bit that I just find humorous about the whole thing is the Overwatch rep says, like, going on about how she consulted a lot of people about moving, like, things around, but she never consulted the people that she is moving around. Like, surely you should, like, consult the person that you're about to uproot 3 weeks in from their team and plump them in a new team that they might not even get on well with. Like, she's assuming I'm going to get on with these new people, which is the wrong thing to assume, because by the time I've got along with them, we're out of the tournament. It's too late at that point. And she tries to, like, I guess play the sympathy play of, oh, don't worry, I was in the same boots as you last year and it sucks. Well, if you know it sucks, why are you doing it to me? Simple as. Like, a good number of times I out-healed our other healer, but I'm the one being moved down. I've played every match, I've been there more than our team captain, I've been there more than some of the other members. I was even ready for practice when they weren't. I was more proactive than they were at the beginning, and I'm the one being penalised for it. So I guess, as good old Frankie Sinatra said, that's life. Anyway, that's enough of a rant, otherwise this segment's going to be like a solid 2 hours long, explaining what I've done for the team, what I was going to do for the team, how it compares to everything, and how it's pale in comparison to how my 2012-25 season is going to fizzle out. So yeah, I'll spare you the misery of that. So see you in tomorrow's segment after I've played my final match. It's gonna be yeah. And the best part about it is my team doesn't know. Other than the rep and some other random dude, I am the only one that knows that this is my final match with Exploding Hammond, which means I'm going to take the piss out of it for the whole, like, 2 hours that I'm with them. And it's gonna be on stream. I'm gonna mock the fact that I'm being moved down. I'm also not sure why the camera keeps going in and out of focus, so sorry about that. I think I may have put it onto autofocus by accident. Right, see you in tomorrow's segment when I deliver more bad news. It's now the 31st of October. Happy spooky fucking whatever you call it. I've also just realised, isn't like this Batman Day? Hang on. I'm going to use the help of Reddit to determine that I'm right. Is it Wednesday or a Thursday? Yeah! It was! Oh, I missed... Oh, I've messed up there. I meant to do a review for the Batman that was going to come out today, or yesterday from recording this, because it was Thursday, October 31st. And the film opens going Thursday, October 31st. The streets are crowded for the holiday. Oops. I'll have to wait to find out when October is on. It's on a Friday next year. Saturday the year up. Oh. This is not good, guys. If I want to do it on the 31st of October being a Thursday, I have to wait another 6 years. I'll probably have a heart attack by then. I release it whenever I want. I missed my golden opportunity there. That's on me. I forgot to record it. I'm genuinely annoyed now. I'll re-review it in 6 years' time. That's a good idea. If I'm still even doing YouTube in 6 years' time. Been doing it for what? 8 years? Anyway, that's enough of the existential crisis for one day. Esports, potentially my final match with Exploding Hammond. We beat Manchester, which, fantastic. And then, a shocking twist of horror, my team doesn't want me to leave. They don't have a problem with me being there. They don't see the rep's logic, neither do I. I may have strongly worded it at the start of my stream, so apologies for that. But I asked them if I could appeal, and she said no. So I asked her why I can't appeal. And she couldn't really give me a good answer. She just sort of went, that's just the way it goes. So I asked again, but to appeal in front of the committee. I have an appeal on Saturday, the 2nd, so tomorrow at the time of recording this, and I'm appealing it to the chair and pretty much the majority of the committee as to why I disagree with their decision, and they should let me stay on my designated team. So that's going to be a very Saul Goodman my arse off deal, so that's going to be fun, I guess. On top of that, I sent like 48 sponsorship emails today. That was fun. Too many emails. My fingers hurt from typing, I'm telling you. That's kinda it. Other than the fact that the Nerf gun I wanted to get specifically for the Nerf Society arrived today. It's called the Nerf Kronos. Beautiful thing, and it's going to be great for one specific person. So, yeah, but other than that, it might not be the end for Exploding Hammond. For me at least, so that's absolutely fantastic. I've missed my opportunity for the funniest joke ever. So, I'm annoyed at that. And now I've got to record like 25 Christmas film reviews. I'm going to be so bored of the standard romance trope by the time December runs around. I don't think I'm even going to want to watch any Christmas films in December. Like, I think I'm genuinely going to have enough of it. Like, I'll start with the funny ones, so like Jingle All the Way, Deck the Halls, you know, like Miracle on 31st Street or 32nd Street, you know, the good ones. And then when I'm out of the good ones, technically The Nightmare Before Christmas counts. Die Hard counts. So does Die Hard 2. And Die Hard 3. Die Hard's a Christmas film, I don't care what anyone says. Die Hard is going to be my Christmas film review, definitely. December 25th, Die Hard. Technically Ghostbusters 2 is a New Year's film, because it's the eve of the 20th century. 21st century. Got my centuries mixed up there. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm now going to review 25 Christmas films, be miserable afterwards, and wonder why I reviewed 25 Christmas films. At least I can review the terrible Amazon Prime ones, because they're free. They're called like Your Christmas and Mine or some shit like that. and I'm pretty sure it got a sequel. And I'm just going to look it up now, because I'm fairly certain that Your Christmas or Mine has a sequel, and it's, yeah. Your Christmas or Mine. Yeah, Your Christmas or Mine 22, Your Christmas or Mine 23. It's called Your Christmas or Mine 2. How original. I need to look for films that are technically Christmas films. Yeah, because I think if I watch like standard Christmas films, I will go insane. Oh shit! I forgot Batman Returns and Gremlins count. To be fair, it does give me an excuse to watch one of RDJ's earliest films. Edward Scissorhands, Scrooge. There's like 14 versions of Scrooge, I swear. I love the fact that Die Hard is... IMDb even have a page of non-Christmas Christmas films, and number one on that list is The Godfather. That's great. Monty Python's Life of Brian. Oh, that was a great film. So yeah, I think I'm gonna like... Maybe that's what I make the challenge. I need to find 25 Christmas, non-Christmas films. That is a decent idea, because then it's different. Obviously Die Hard and Die Hard 2, you know, they're their own separate thing. And Batman and Gremlins, but like... Well, Batman Returns, sorry. The first Harry Potter film. Oh, I don't really want to review Harry Potter. There's a lot of weird ones. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find films that are actually technically Christmas films, but they're not. Because then it's different. But yeah, I'll see you next month. Maybe next month I might ramble less. I don't think I shut up once in one of these segments, which is about on trope for me really. I like talking. You've probably learnt that by now. But the main takeaway is, university is still boring. I've yet to learn anything. And yeah, I need to find better ways of spending my time here. Because I still somehow find a way to be bored with all the societies I'm doing. Which is actually miraculous and amazing to me, that I've found ways to be bored whilst I'm doing like 8 people's job in the Formula team, on an esports team currently, playing badminton, doing archery, playing Nerf Wars in a church. That one's funny. The list goes on. But I've still found ways to be bored. That, my friends, is an incredible talent. And a talent that will continue into the following months.